Well guys, I've been sitting here for, I don't know, a little while thinking I should actually get Jessie out today. You know, it's never about not wanting to get Jessie out. It's just, you know, those insecurities that Jessie actually has with being out, not me, with him. So, you know, he's been down. I rearranged his enclosure, and I don't know if I've put that actual piece up yet, but I changed it up, not to a great deal, but certainly noticeable for Jessie, of course, and he didn't really like it that much. So I've tweaked it a little bit, and I've put his favourite hammock back up where it originally was, but I've only actually seen him in it once of late, but then again maybe he's realised, I really do like it down here cooler, hiding in my hide. I don't think he's hiding, I just think he's decided that's a good little spot. So yeah, you know, he does come up to the top to bask, as he does, but he's certainly grown. So you know, I've been sitting here saying to myself, do I make some other changes to accommodate that? Lily was in this enclosure until she was 3, I would say, and Jessie's just turned 2. So, and Lily was more than comfortable in it up until then, and as a female, you know, she would have been probably bigger than Jessie. I'll have to look at the books, but yeah, I'm going to get Jessie out and give him a little bit of time out here with me at the moment. So first of all, let's get in the hide off him, which of course lets him know that I'm actually here, and he's just all wound up, and I'd grab the camera but it's on the tripod. So he's curled up lovely, so it's like go in, scoop him up and bring him on out. Here we go. And here he is, virtually in the same position that he was in there. Now I'm going to give Jessie a little bit of time, of course, to get his bearings. Certainly not like Lily and Jack, who, you know, come out and it's like, oh, that's my second home, basically. Although with Lily, you would think it's actually her first home. So I'll zoom in a little bit today and try and keep little Mr. Boogaloo here in view. He's going to be actually due for a feed tomorrow, and here goes his little head grip, and here goes the little hang the rest of me wherever it can hang. And no, they don't like it upside down, but Jessie does that to himself. I don't do it actually to him. So yes, I will try and get him, like I said, sorted. Stop, mister, you'll be fine. I have a pretty good grip of you. And there's that tail that just kind of doesn't know where to put itself, actually. And if he figured out that it can actually wrap around me, which he's doing now. The problem is it's very easy for Jesse to get me in hand locks or handcuff mode as well, by gripping here and gripping there, and then he grips with his head. So what are you going to do with that tail, buddy? Hey? Are you going to get yourself comfortable-ish? You know, I just try and hold my arms and I allow him to figure it out. Sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't. See this? Where are you going? Yeah, that's a jungle gym. You know what that is, don't you? And that's really quite comfortable for you, isn't it? Being what you're like, Jesse. Hey? He will have no qualms in climbing on my hand at all. He has a good firm grip, so... I'm just waiting for that bit to fall. And, Mister! So I mean, getting Jesse to the ground and allowing him to find where he's actually comfortable is much easier on me, as well as him. It just doesn't matter how I tend to hold him. He's awkward Annie, I think. So, you know, I spend more time concentrating on creating that safe zone, or, well, not safe zone, you know, where he feels comfortable, than I do actually relaxing. You know, that relaxing with him. God forbid I was to put him around my shoulders. I could imagine the head coming around and the tail swinging. It would be, I think, disaster. And until I've actually got somebody here, but you know, he grips pretty darn tight, and I don't want him to get hurt either. You know, he has such strength in him, although you wouldn't think so with this dangly bit. You know, I was, and not that I have any plans to at all, but you know, giving up any of my guys, which is not a thought in my head. I've been there and done that, and I will never go back there again. But I don't even know how I would explain Jesse to people. Oh, he's fabulous. You know, easy to handle, loves coming out, and I'm sure he does like coming out. It's just his awkwardness that gets in the way. Say hello to everybody, Jesse. Can you do that, bud? No, but I can crawl over and I can actually head grip that camera, Mum, which keeps me nice and safe. But yeah, you know, there are times in our life where we have to make decisions for one reason or another, and we have to give up our animals, and that's not just snakes, that could go for any animal. And I feel for all those people that have ever been in that position, where they've actually had to, and not necessarily because they've actually wanted to. You know, I'm very attached to all three of my guys, and four with Layla. But you know, giving them up and forever wondering, you know, if they're being looked after properly, or in the way that I see as being properly. And not everybody does see it my way. And I have a big list of, this is what they like, and this is what they don't like, and this is what you'll need to do. And it's a lot. My list is very, very, very long. And I don't see anybody else willing, really, to put that much into it. So, hence why none of my guys are going anywhere. Hey mate, you know, Jesse is just starting to breathe heavily, as carpets do. He has never actually done it, and I do not want him to go around my neck at all, because I don't have anybody here to unwrap him at all. I'm just trying to get my hand out, and so I've got a free hand. He's quite cool because he was down the cool end of his enclosure. Were you not? But I was actually looking for, I do have an enclosure that Jessie was in for Layla, but it's going to be quite a while before she ups to that. So I've been looking around actually today for some little enclosure for her, and I haven't actually found anything. I want her to have belly heat as well, so you know, not like my jungles who do like that basking and that light. Layla, I think, will be more likely to enjoy the belly heat. Sure, she's going to climb a little bit. There is no doubt that she climbs now. Are you right? Hey? Are you right? Yes? Hey, bud? You're tiring yourself out already. You haven't been out for very long. Yes, so I did have a little bit of a squiz around today, but I didn't actually. I did see one that I did like, but it just didn't. I don't know. I'll go and have another look later on. But okay, Jess, I'm trying to give you what you need here. So yeah, because it won't be long and Layla will be ready to join us. And I'm not and won't be doing that, of course, until she's feeding, and feeding well as well. She is in a nice, quiet, private space right now, and you know, it can get a little noisy up this end of my house and quite busy, and I do not want her to be stressed in any way. So until she's had a few feeds, she will be staying down in my walking robe. So not really talking about anything in particular, just having Jesse out, and I'm going to let him go on to the jungle gym because he will explore there and crawl around and get some exercise. You're going to bend my finger back, bud, and it hurts having your finger bent back by a snake. So I'm just sort of pushing him along. But yeah, there's the boy growing and looking good. So guys, if I can get my hands kind of free, I will switch off, and yeah, this is the best thing to do with Jesse, hanging. It seems to be what he likes rather than flat. So guys, don't forget to do that like my video and subscribe to my channel, and share my video. So ciao.